All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, and salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word, truth, and sincerity, and salutations to the men, women, and children learning. And just want to do a quick video, on spiritual powers, which is prophecy, because spiritual powers are coming, and we're telling you it's coming. All right. And I got the concept of this video, or the concept of this lesson, from this movie here called Mortal. If brothers can, check it out. It came out this year. It's spiritual. The man can manipulate the elements, so I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna ruin the movie for you, but definitely worth a watch. It's about spiritual powers, and a lot of the things he did, is gonna be seen in real life, man. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch the movie, but nonetheless, just getting these scriptures, all right, because this happened before and it's gonna happen again. The Lord said it would. Let's go to John 14 and verse 12. It says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father." So the Lord himself said that, look, we're going to do this. If we truly believe on him and you have faith, all right, without doubting, that you're going to do the same things the Lord did. Let's run down some of the things he did. He walked on water, changed water into wine. Okay. He brought people back from the dead, and so on and so forth. The list goes on, but specifically I want to hit on spiritual powers of controlling the elements, which was what was you see in this movie. And he even brings back the dead, but nonetheless, I'm talking about manipulating the weather, fire, water, air, whatever the case may be, talking about those kind of elements. Okay. So the Lord said we're going to do the same works and greater. All right, things that the Lord never did. The men of the Lord, his servants, are going to be doing, performing these acts, these miracles, man, because it's going to be a miracle when you see these things take place. I have no doubt about it. So let's get the account when the Lord rebukes the wind. So this is going into being able to manipulate the weather, all right, which you'll see in the movie if you check it out. But this is the actual thing the Lord did. So let's read it. It says, and we'll get all the accounts of the different gospels, so you can get the full picture, so to say. So this is Matthew 8 and 23. And when he was entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea. A tempest is a storm, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. So here it is. It's a storm, and the waves are, the sea is turned violent. And verse 25, and his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he saith unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea. And then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. So this Yahweh Shai rebuked the winds, the storm, the tempest, and then it was instantly calm. Imagine that. You're in the middle of a storm, the waves are going crazy, beating on the boat, water coming in, the wind's blowing like crazy, pouring rain, thunder, and all of a sudden the Lord just got up, rebuked the wind, and it was calm. Verse 27, but the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? And again, we just read that we're going to do the same works and greater. So you'll see an example of that in the movie, how the man was able to, manipulate the weather, so if the Lord could stop a storm, we're going to be able to create storms, through the Spirit. I say that. But this is an account of spiritual powers where you're able to manipulate the weather, or he was able to. Let's go to the same account, but in Mark 4, verse 39. I started at 37. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. See, look, that's why I like getting the accounts in the different gospels, because you get more details if you read them all. You know, it says 38, and he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow, and they awake him, and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. So again, imagine seeing that in person, man. You're in the middle of a storm, a hurricane, and you rebuke the wind, and it stops. The wind stops raining, stops thundering, whatever, you know. These are things that are going to take place in these last days. Verse 40, and he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and sea obey him? So if the disciples were afraid, they feared him exceedingly, because they just seen this, the Lord rebuke the winds. Okay, how much more everybody else, man, when they see the men of the Lord do these things? You don't think they're going to be afraid? This is part of that standard the Lord's going to lift up, man. What can you do against somebody that just stopped a hurricane? Rebuked by just words. Okay, this is the power that the Lord is bringing, okay? And it will be known who the power of Israel is, and who's, you know, when people try to big us up for these miracles, we're going to tell them straight up, yo, this is Yahweh Shemi Shai. Through the power of him are we able to do this. So let's get it, that same account again at one last gospel, Luke and 24. Luke 8 and 20. Started 23. But as they sailed, he fell asleep, and there came down a storm of wind on the lake, and they were filled with water and were in jeopardy. And they came to him and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we perished. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the raging of the water, and they ceased, and there was a calm. So again, you know, so let him keep reading. It says, and he said unto them, Where's your faith? See, because it's going to take faith to do these things. All right. At this time, the disciples weren't on that level yet, you know. But when the Lord really turns our faith up and, you know, gives us a spiritual increase, when when he sees fit, you're gonna see these things begin to happen, because we're gonna have full faith, 100%, no doubt, in our hearts. Right? Which we do now, but you know, the Lord is gonna turn us up like a dial on your stove. You know, he's gonna turn us up. It says, and he said unto them, Where's your faith? And they, being afraid, wondered, saying one to another, What manner of man is this? For he commandeth even the winds and water, and they obey him. So, you know, that's what's gonna happen, man. Believe it, and you shall see it. There's a Revelation in 11 and 4. These are the 2 olive trees and the 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Here's the point. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So the Lord is going to give certain men ability to shut up heaven, as it's happened before. Elijah, okay, he shut up the heavens 3 years in the book of 1 Kings. All right, so this is going to happen, and it said to turn the water into blood. All right, that happened with Moses. We're going to be able to do that, or bring plagues as often as they will. So it's going to be on demand. Brothers are going to be able to do this on demand. All right, through the power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. So let's get that James 5. James chapter 5 verse 17, it says, Elias, which is Elijah, Elias was a man subject to like passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. And he prayed again, and the heaven gave rain, and the earth brought forth her fruit. So, again, that's shutting up the heavens. Imagine that, man. You're in the middle of teaching a lesson, or trying to, persuade somebody to come into the truth, so to say, give them the knowledge, imparting it unto them, and it starts raining, and you pray to the Lord, and it stops. A storm comes, or the wind picks up, and a storm comes in the middle of us doing camp, and brothers put up a prayer, and it stops. This is the kind of things you got to be thinking about, man, and know that it's possible, because through Yahweh Bashim outside, all things are possible. Okay. So let's go to another account, because also in the movie he manipulates fire. So let's go to the account in 1 Kings, and if you read the 17th chapter and then the rest of the 18th chapter, you'll get the understanding of him shutting up the rain. But I want to bring this out to show that we're going to be able to call fire down as well. Not just rain from heaven, we're going to be able to call fire from on high, man. It's like it. I had to bring the dog in, but this is 1 Kings 18 and 24. I'm gonna read on down, so you can get the gist of the story. And call ye. Okay, let me start at I'll start at 21. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, How long halt ye between two opinions? If Yahweh be the Most High, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of Yahweh. So remember, this is the prophets are able to do these things, man. Nobody else is able to do things like these. Okay? It says, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. So it's 1 against 450. All right? And that's all it takes. It only takes one man of the Lord to believe, and it's going to trump anything you come with. Verse 23, let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of Yahweh, and the Most High, and the power that, and the power that answereth by fire, let him be the Most High, let him be the power. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. So Elijah was setting them up for the okie doke, man. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon. So they, all damn day they was calling on Baal, saying, "Oh Baal, hear us." But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awake. So he mocking them. He clowning them right now, man. Elijah's straight up clowning these fools, man. And remember, it's one man, and that's the boldness of the prophets, man. In the face of 450 men, he's straight up mocking these guys, man. Because that's the confidence he has in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh side. And they said, and they cried aloud and cut themselves, emos, fucking losers, and cut themselves after this manner with knives and lances, till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and he repaired the altar of Yahweh that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of Yahweh came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an an altar in the name of Yahweh, and he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order and cut the bullock in pieces and laid him on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. So he put water on the wood and the burnt offering, or the burnt sacrifice. And he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, do it the third time. And they did it the third time. And water ran round about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at that time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day that thou art the power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Yahweh, hear me. And this, so that this people may know that thou art Yahweh the Most High, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of Yahweh fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. So imagine that. Fire just come and devour everything that was just there. That all that he put together, even the water, the rocks, the dust. That's powerful, man. That's power. You imagine seeing something like that in 2020? People will lose their damn minds. But that's going to be the power of the Lord, and it's going to be shown on a high level. Okay? That's why our faith is going to have to be increased. It's going to be on that level of Elijah, man. He ain't have no doubt what was about to go down, man. That's why he was mocking the prophets of Baal. It said, verse 39, and when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and said, Yahweh, he is the Most High. Yahweh, he is the power. Or he is the Most High. All right, so that's the point I wanted on there. And, we'll go ahead and end it off here. Just get a few more precepts here. Matthew 14 and 27. That's when he go walking on the water. Oh, well, yeah, we'll read this. This is Matthew 14 and 27. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, be of good cheer, it is I. So this is another way that we're going to be able to manipulate elements. Because when you're walking on water, man, you're manipulating that water to do, to be solid damn near under your feet. I can't give you the breakdown on how it works, but just know that it's possible. All right. But it's going to take faith. That's the point that I wanted to get to. Verse 28. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on water to go to Yahushua. So even Peter walked on water for a moment. All right. It says verse 30. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. He cried, saying, Lord, save me. So when that boisterous wind, which is symbolic for the persecution and, the things that are going to be coming our way, don't let that distort your faith, man. Verse 31, and immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? All right, so that's the point I wanted. And then we'll finish off on this, because remember, don't doubt. Do not doubt. Mark 11 and 23. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire when you pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. So that's the point. When you pray for these things to happen, which that time is coming, brothers, don't have no doubt that is going to be given unto you. That is not possible. Don't. That's not the mindset to be in. Don't doubt. Just believe. Okay, and pray, and the Lord is going to be there for us. You just wait and see. With that, shalom.